Welcome to my workshop. You won't be in my studio for a little while because I'll be doing all these messy things in here. So I have glued my floor of my house onto the base, and when that's dry I'll screw it underneath to keep it secure because I don't want any accidents happening in the future. We have a lot of earthquakes in New Zealand and I don't want any houses toppling over on me. So that's good. That next step on this would be to do a floor surface, and I'm going to do that looking like flagstones. Haven't quite worked out how I'm going to do that yet, but I will do that before I put anything else on the floor, even the partitions. So the partitions will go over the flagstones. So this design requires quite a lot of forward planning. The other thing that I've been doing while I'm following my drawing is I've been machining the framework for the house. And I have two versions. I've got corner ones. I've got a groove on both sides. And I've got these partitions in the middle that have panels slotting in. So these are the corner ones. They go on the corner on top of the base. And they have a panel that goes there, and the other side wall goes out the other way. So I've been doing that today, and I found a stain which gives me a kind of a pleasing greeny grey look. Sorry about the pump in the background. And that is a resin stain, and it's called, what's it called? Cedar Natural. So that's quite, I'm thinking it's okay. So I'm just painting mine. I've sanded them. Now the other thing I've done here is I've stressed them with a nail. It's a bit hard to see when they've painted, but I'll show you again because it'll show up on the stain. I just run the nail along and I've pressed it in to give it a rough look, but a grained look. I know what's happened. I've used a water-based stain and the wood sprung up again. So just a nail. A lot of people use a wire brush, but I couldn't find my wire brush. And so I think that's going to look okay and make them suitably weathered. These are the base that everything's going to sit in, and this is the top bit. And these bits go like that. So that's where I'm up to today. And so now, tell you a little story. So my family. The house is going to be called Holyoak House. Now Holyoak is a name in my family somewhere in the distant past, and it appealed to me because one of the women, Anne Holyoak, signed her marriage certificate and her husband had to put a cross. And I thought, yes, we've got intelligent women in our family. So I've taken her name forward, and we're going to call this Holyoak House. Sorry about that. And it's going to be set in the 1590s. The owner's Tom and his wife Elizabeth, who can write, and daughter Anne. And the location, it's probably around Bishopgate in London, because that's where most of the merchants had their big houses. And Thomas's house is quite a modest house. The other merchants' houses were huge. So that's the story that I'm going to go with as we work my way through building this house.